This trophy is awarded to the winner of the class in 857. If we go back in time, there's been some amazing horses. 2018, CP Argento won it. Stuart Jenkins in 2017 with that horse that he sold to Dennis Lynch, Fairview Aliquidam, won it in 2017, and Amaretto MVNZ won it in 2016. Well, we welcome the first horse out into the arena. The course has been designed by our international course designer, Mr. Werner Deeg. Length of the course, 460 metres. Time allowed in this first round of competition, 79 seconds. They're travelling at 350 metres per minute. We start at fence number 1 and we finish at fence number 12. The first of the combinations comes up. Down the long side, it's the black and white combination, 7A, 7B, straight on to 8A, 8B, and then 10A, 10B. There are 12 fences, 15 efforts, and we welcome the first of our riders out, the current Australian show jumping champion from Glossodia out at Chatham Park. This is the Douglas family's nomination of CP ARETINO. And in the saddle, we welcome out Amber Fuller. Well, if you've never watched show jumping before, a very simple class for you to be able to judge. Although we have an international judge, Mr. Ho Na Yu here, judging this competition. And he comes highly credentialed. You could actually judge it sitting there in the grandstand. All you need to do is note whether they jump the fence cleanly, you give them a tick, they stay on 0. Knock the fence down, and you put a score of 4 against their name. Oh. And in that case, unfortunately, that is elimination. CP ARETINO and Amber Fuller just got in a little bit off to the triple bar. Couldn't quite jump the vertical out, and fall of horse or rider in any competition does unfortunately occur elimination. Well, this is where our green coats will still sit on there, everyone. If everyone could just sit on their hands, whatever happens here, obviously with Loof Livestock in the arena, you'll see our green coats will just get all the arena to halt. CP ARETINO will have a little bit of a play here. He's feeling fresh, feeling fine. And our green coats will just bring him into a spot here where they'll get him to pull up. And please do not applaud. Please don't applaud, ladies and gentlemen. Please just sit on your hands. Although we want to thank them, you can imagine it's like a shotgun going off in the arena when everyone claps. And just at the moment, we want to make sure that we keep everyone safe. Well, we welcome out the second of our riders into the arena, number 2 in the draw. This is Clint Beresford. He's riding EMMAVILLE Jitterbug. So Clint Beresford, a professional show jumping rider, coach and farrier by trade from Murray Bateman. And he rides EMMAVILLE Jitterbug. Jason, as he's known around the stables, owned by Danielle Warren, Jenny and Clint Beresford. Now this class running it under Article 238.2.2. So it's a jump-off competition. So if after the first round we have more than one horse-rider combination in an equal first place, they'll go into the jump-off. If we only get one clear, they'll win the class. So we really want to see what these horses and riders are going to do. Big track set out here this afternoon. If we look at a competition, well, World Cup level, it's about 1.50 m. This fence is out here, 1.55 m to 1.60 m in height. So that would put us on an international scale of competition. When we go to the Olympics, we see them jump about 1.60 m. So we've got fences as big as what they would jump at the Olympic Games. Clint Beresford comes down to the final fence. Unfortunately, draws a rail at the last. 4 fences need rebuilding. That's 16 jumping penalties. 70.85, 79 seconds time allowed. So well under the time allowed to complete his competition in a time of 70.85, 79 seconds time allowed, and 16 jumping penalties. Well, next out into the arena, we welcome Gabrielle KUNA. She rides the Warm Blood Stallion, CERA CASSIAGO. So interesting line we see here. Turn back from the gate. Fence number 6. 7A is the triple bar. Triple bars are long, asking the horse to jump a lot of width. And 1 non-jumping stride to a vertical. And a solid, I think it's 4. I didn't get a chance to walk the course. I was a little preoccupied this morning. So, it's a really tough line that Werner Deeg's put out here for our competitors today. We are really stretching them to see the best horse and rider can win. 3 late rails, 12 jumping penalties, 71.47, 71.47, 12 jumping, no time, a total of 12. Well, next out into the arena will be number 4 in the draw, number 96 in the catalogue from Ebenezer. Former Victorian, now very proud New South Welshman. Kermo and his wife Jamie Winning. KERMOND, based out at Ebenezer. They run YANDOO Equestrian Services. And this horse owned by John and Kerry Winning and Jamie KERMOND. And I suppose you'd have to say Hudson has a little bit of ownership in this horse as well. Represented Australia at the World Equestrian Games, this combination. Finishing in the top 30 in the world there, did an amazing job on a horse bred, produced and campaigned here in Australia. Certainly would have to have the hashtag Tokyo 2020 against his name. Jamie KERMOND, Australian show jumping champion, winner of the World Cup Series here in Australia. Competed now at represented Australia 3 times at the World Equestrian Games. First time in Aachen, then at Normandy, and then Tryon in the United States in 2018. So that same fence, I think it's going to be the problem fence. Looking on this course, that 7B, it's one the horses really have to get back onto their hindquarters, get that spring really compacted so they can jump up. Horses need to be nice, and you can imagine you're like a high jumper. They want to be really shortening that stride as they come down to that fence so that they can get the height to jump over. 2 rails down, 8 jumping penalties. That's our best placed rider so far. 75.12, 75.12, 8 jumping penalties. No time penalties, a total of 8. So if we don't get any clear rounds or 4 falters, Kermo will be in the lead. We rank them on penalties and time in the first round, unless they're an equality, and then they're equal first. Looking down the draw, though, I certainly think we've probably got maybe 2 or 3 clear rounds in this class. is the next one that. Looking to step up here today in the EA Cup, donated by the Equestrian Federation of Australia and first presented in 1951. Seafarer and Pearson and Williamson won it. Ted Dwyer's won it on Ocean Foam. Kevin Bacon won it on Chichester. Also have seen Greg Smith win it on Petty Cash. Kevin Burke and the Pritchard family with Tour Lady. Colleen Brooke won it with that Carl Brook Rebound. A rider on course now. We welcome out Tallara Cameron, and she is riding COPABELLA VERDI. Oh, unfortunately, that last fence falls to the ground. 74.86. 74.86. Eight jumping penalties. 74.86, a total of 8 as we now welcome out one of our place getters. 4th place here yesterday. This is Aaron Hadlow, and he's riding VAHLINVADER.
Bringing you the results now from our miniature pony classes under the big screen. Class 268 miniature pony junior handler, and the handler has to be under 18 years of age. Congratulations, catalogue number 2229. It's Joan Walsh's nomination with Wanamara Scotty. In second place, catalogue 1575, Sienna McCoy's nomination, Richard Hughes. In third place, catalogue 1331, the nomination handling Sandbar Bobby C. In fourth place, catalogue 1587, Ivory Park Stud, and the horse being exhibited is Ivory Park Oreo. In fifth place, catalogue 1497, Tanya Gretsch's nomination with Sandbar Diamond. Well, congratulations to our junior handlers. The handlers being judged in this class in the miniature pony ring.
Well, we called it early on. Yet again, that fence falls to the ground. 7B, that vertical after the triple bar. Well, just carrying the 4 jumping penalties. Oh, another rider draws the last. The last 3 have done the exact same fences. Well, Tally, in fact, had sent 6. But a rail in that line, 6, 7, 8. And the final fence, 8 jumping penalties. So at this stage, we have 3 on equal first place. Jamie Kermond, Tallara Cameron, and Aaron Hadlow. Now, if we get a 4-faulter, we'll then order them on time and penalties. We had a clear round, we'll do the same. If we don't get any 4 or clear rounds, those 3 will jump off. Well, he's had 2 wins on this horse thus far in the competition. He won the first day. He won here yesterday. Tom McDermott. Elegance de la Chamille, current New South Wales Country State Show Jumping Champion. FEI Rising Star a few years ago now. Coach, producer of elite horses, and son of the Olympian, Mr. Greg McDermott. Tom McDermott. Elegance de la Chamille. Purchased from Savannah Hopkinson when Savannah went to concentrate on her studies. Got the bogey fence. Now can he keep the rest together? Two fences left to go. No, going to be no problem with the time. Oh, commentators cursed him. Give yourself an uppercut as he comes down to the final fence safely on the last. New leader in the competition, 72.63, 72.63. That one fence down, he came back around. The Globe of Death picks up the 4 jumping penalties. No time penalties, a total of 4. As we welcome out now. I really did think that was one of my clear rounds. 4 faults, I'll take it at this stage of the competition. Next out into the arena, we welcome another horse out of the Douglas family stables out there at Chatham Park. This is Finch Farm CADEL, formerly owned by the Gatsby family from up there in far north Queensland. Has been ridden by Kate Hinchen all the way along, so the ownership papers, all that's changed in this combination. Stepped up to World Cup level last year. And our horse now on course, Finch Farm CADEL and Kate Hinchen.
Well, in front of the Cumberland and Martin and Angus stands, we now have the results for Class 535 in our hat classes for ponies. Novice pony not exceeding 12 hands. Congratulations, catalogue 1705, Tamri Park Lollipop, exhibited here by Ebony Lee of Whittlesea in Victoria. In second place, catalogue 2191, Coraline Charade, Lacey Toynton, exhibiting here from Yarramundi. In third place, catalogue 2280, it's Zoe Willison's nomination from Victoria, there at Nichols Point, of Barrendale Pirouette.
Okay, just keep quiet here, Timothy David. Comes down to the final fence. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. That's our first clear round. 73.04, 73.04. No jumping penalties, no time penalties. Kate Hinchen, well, she says it can be done. She says it can be done quite nicely, in fact, and that is our first clear round here this afternoon in the EA Cup. If we don't get another clear round, then she will be declared the winner. Another clear round. We go into the jump-off round as we now welcome out into the arena Chris Chugg. And Chris is riding PSS LEVILENSKY. This horse has been chugging along quite nicely with Chris at the helm. Very talented, relatively young horse. PSS LEVILENSKY stepped up to Grand Prix level with Chris very quickly. Now, most riders might take another year or two. Chris, the master of finding horses, realising their potential and accelerating them through the program. I think this horse is only 9 years of age, still could be in part 3, but instead it's in part 1. Chris will have put it there because that's where the big money is. And he knows that's where this horse can really shine. He has said this is his Tokyo and Paris horse. If not Tokyo, definitely his Paris horse. It's got all the scope and ability. One of the biggest problems Chris has is he produces them so nicely that over in Europe, they know him as a top producer. They always want to buy them from him. PWS Levilinsky, Chris Chugg. All clear at this stage. 3 fences, 4 efforts left to go. There's one rider who can handle the pressure. It is this man here. 2 fences now. If he goes clear, then we are guaranteed a jump-off round. Come on, Chuggy. He comes down to the lighthouse fence. Sets up for the final. Hey, not a question in doubt. That's a clear round. 71-7-4, 71-7-4. Chuggy gives the fist pump. Rightly so. He's forced Kate Hinchen into a jump-off round. 2 from 2. PWS Levilinsky, Finch Farm Cadell, Kate Hinchen and Chris Chugg will go battle in the jump-off round here this afternoon in the EA Perpetual Cup. Well, she picked up a 3rd placing here yesterday. She's placed in almost all of the Group A Section 1. She and Kate Hinchen will be the 2 youngest riders in this class. From Bow Desert, we welcome out now Brooke Langbecker, and she is riding Quintago 1. Well, the 2 rails down in the 2 combinations, or 3 rails down, 1 at the first part of every one of the combinations, carrying the 12. Brooke Langbecker not going to get a spot in the jump off. Just looking now to jump safely over the last, which she does. Stops the clock. 73-24, 73-24, 12 jumping penalties. No time penalties, a total of 12.
Well, for many people out there, show jumping is a big part of the Sydney Royal Easter Show. But if you're not quite into your horses...
What? Is there someone that's not into it?
There are some people here that are not here for the horses.
You're kidding me.
We have our state final of the Young Farmer Challenge over in the Schmidt Arena right now, and it is fantastic.
Just behind the Sydney Royal stand, if I gave you a leave pass to go to anything, it would only be to go to the state final of the Young Farmer Challenge, Lindsay Douglas, but you're not allowed to go anywhere.
Right. We're looking forward to seeing the winner there because they'll represent us at the national finals at the Queensland Royal this year, the Ekka.
Well, Gabrielle KUNA's had the bell. That gives her 45 seconds in which to start her round as she goes across the start line. She activates the beam and the timer starts. They must travel at the 350 metres per minute. If you exceed the time allowed, you get 1 time penalty for every 4 seconds or part thereof over the time allowed. Two fences left to go. Just carrying the 4 jumping penalties. There's only one other rider on 4, so if she can stay on this, she will give herself a top 5 finish. 1 horse left to go in the first round. Just the 2 clear so far. Safely at the last. Stops the clock. 71.90. 71.90. Just in front of Tom McDermott. So she will finish worst place 4th. Best placing in 3rd. 2 clear rounds. They'll come back for the jump off. Minor placings decided by penalties and then time in the first round. Elegance, CHARMILLE, Tom McDermott, 72.63 and 4. Gabrielle, KUNA and FLAIRE, 71.90 and 4. And we welcome out now, final horse to go. This is Ali Lamb riding Denison Park Combat. Three rails down, 72.26. 72.26, 3 rails down, 12 jumping penalties. No time penalties, a total of 12. So that completes our first round of competition. So 2 clear rounds. They'll be back for the jump off. Kate Hinschchen and Chris Chugg. Kate riding Finch Farm CADEL. Chris Chugg riding PWS LEVILENSKY. Jump off course. Well, we start at fence 12, the last fence in the first round. We go 12, 5, 6, 8A, 8B, 9, 10A, 11 and 14. A new fence, which is fence number 2, jumping it the other way.
Out of the main arena, we're also joined at the moment by the last of our competitors to work out. We've got a few more, I think, to go along here, maybe 5 in class 504. Ladies hack over 15 hands. It's being judged by Ms. Marie Tompkinson, an international dressage rider, has in fact won some of the major classes here at Sydney Royal herself and has been very successful representing Australia, has been to the World Young Horse Championships, the World Equestrian Games that were held in Normandy a few years ago, and joins us from Wallen in Victoria. This class started off with 66 eligible exhibits, and we're down to the final 9. Well, very exciting part of the show because it is finally time for the judging of the first of our miniature ponies in harness. I think this will be the stallion class, 3 years and over, 79 centimetres in harness. They have to be under 83 centimetres to be a registered Australian miniature pony. So we're talking about a tiny difference of 4 centimetres here, but this is our stallion class being judged by Mrs. Sue Cole, and just a fantastic class to watch. It's just extraordinary to think these tiny little graceful ponies are capable of pulling those harnesses with a human driver behind them, head down, ready to go. Just a beautiful class to watch.
Well, results now of class number 504, the ladies' hack over 15 hands to be ridden by a lady 17 years and over. And Lindsay, what results do we have?
Well, our winner today taking the blue ribbon, catalogue 1059, it's Santa Fe. Exhibited here by BR Show Team and B. Randall of Pakenham in Victoria. Well, as our judge, Ms. Marie Tompkinson, our chief steward in this class, Christopher Eggleton, make their way over to make the presentation to our winner, Santa Fe, side by San Jose, an imported horse and out of Madonna. I can tell you that second place today is catalogue 1406. It's Ellis and Firth's nomination from the Central West, the town of Orange, with CP Renaissance. In third place, catalogue 1980. Royal Highness David Quayle and Margot Haynes nomination all the way from Mount Barker in South Australia. Yesterday, a red ribbon in our, I think it was the Pope Cup yesterday.
I think you're right.
Indeed. In fourth place, catalogue 1454, it's Manavale After 5. Congratulations, Victoria and Caitlin Fricker of Walkerville, South Australia. In fifth place, catalogue 2217, High Fashion, exhibited here by Universal Stables and Sienna Vassilopoulos of Queensland. In sixth place, catalogue 1475, Rebecca Gerber of Sunbury, Victoria, with M. Dale Park High Time. And in seventh, catalogue 1550, MacArthur Park Hot Topic, Sandra and Alan Henry's nomination from the south coast of New South Wales.
Wonderful to welcome down there Mr. Jeremy Roberts. He's making the prize presentation. And this is supported by Anne Hooker. This is the beautiful rug, the Cezanne Memorial Annual Trophy for the ladies' hack over 15 hands, supported by Anne Hooker and Jeremy Roberts down there. Of course, Jeremy's been doing a super job out at SIAC, commentating both the Grand National and the... I've just had a mental block on what the next one was, but the next class, the next show as well, Great Southern or another one of those. But, hey, I'm allowed to get in a few troubles today, Lindsay.
We have certainly missed your jovial nature up here in the broadcast box. Great to have you back and lovely to hear your voice with this fantastic show jumping class that we have. The jump off starting off in just a moment.
First horse is making their way into the arena. If you have just joined us, 2 horses and riders have jumped clear in this very tough EA Perpetual Cup. Neither one has ever put their name on the list on this horse. Chris Chugg, she's just going through. Seems absurd that Chris hasn't won it, but I can't see his name anywhere. Probably one of the few classes he hasn't won over the years.
Do you know, Tim Dreverman, when I was chatting to Chuggy today, he started competing here when he was 17 years old.
4 years ago.
Yeah, not long ago at all, no. think he said that was a few generations ago.
Well, jump off course 12, 5, 6, 8A, 8B, 9, 10, 11, 14. Winner of the class will be the horse rider combination with the least number of penalties and the quickest time in the jump off round. First horse out, Kate HINSCHEN. She's got to set the benchmark. She rides Finch Farm Cadel. Plays it safe, jumps clean. She puts the pressure onto Chugg, but she leaves the door wide open for him to run her down. Go quick, have a rail down. She leaves the door wide open for Chuggy to just play it safe and jump clean. So she's in a lose-lose situation. Looks like she's just going to jump a lovely clear round and hope that that's enough pressure for Chuggy. Only thing you've got to remember with this horse is he's relatively quick. So he's not going to waste too much time on the course. Kate HINSCHEN, Finch Farm Cadel. No problem now that combination of 7A, 7B's been packed up against the fence. And they must jump these fences in order, as set out by the course designer. So 2 fences left to go. It's the long run down to in front of the Sinclair stand. That'll be the final fence, the orange and white vertical. 1 fence left to go. She's all clear at this stage. Time allowed 60 seconds. She comes down to the final fence. Safely on the last. Time is right. 59.71, 59.71. She has done the first and foremost thing. She's put a clear round on the board. So Chris Chugg knows he must jump clear. He must jump quicker than 57.91. Now I can tell you, she has left the door a little bit open. Not too far, but there's a gap there. Can Chuggy slide inside and get to the front of the leaderboard? Well, Chris Chugg, he's on course. He's got to try and chase Kate down. Time to beat, 57.91, so he must jump clear. That's the first and foremost. And you've got to keep an eye on the time. That's where he was going to do it. I thought he would. Fractionally tied her back to that vertical. And the next thing, Kate did add a stride down here. So Chugg looks like he's going to go down on the same distance, which he's done. 57.91. Chugg is exceptionally deceiving on course. He doesn't waste a breath of time. PWS LEVILENSKY knows the job now. 2 fences left to go. 57.91 the time to beat. He's going to have to be brave to come down to the final fence. He's going to be tight. It's going to be interesting. Chris Chugg comes down to the final fence. Safely on the last. 57.33 by 0.6 of a second. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the EA Perpetual Cup, Chris Chugg, and PWS LEVILENSKY by 0.6 of a second. Well done to Chuggy. What a ride. He did everything he needed to do without doing too much. PWS LEVILENSKY, Chris Chugg, win here. And I do believe that is the first time since 2000 when he won it on Diamond B Ego that Chris Chugg has won this competition.
Well, we can bring you the results now from our first miniature harness class. That's class 270 under the big screen. Congratulations, catalogue 1344. The winner of our Stallion 3 years and over class is Valerie Dewsbury from Canada, and her nomination of Moogallee Farm BR Tim. In second place, it's catalogue 1130, Sarah Bowman's nomination from Glossodia, just outside of Sydney here, with Joe Moore Thunderstorm. In third place, catalogue 1346, Valerie Dewsbury once again from Canada with Moogallee Farm Picasso.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we make attention down here in front of the members' stand for the presentation of the EA Perpetual Cup. And to present our winner here, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Chris Chugg, PWS Levilensky, being presented by Mr. Hona Yu from Singapore. We also welcome down Susan Doyle from to represent and present the EA Perpetual Cup, originally the EFA Cup. And Lindsay Douglas, this is a very special club that goes back many, many years in history.
Certainly does, dating all the way back to 1951. Picked up then by a horse called Seafarer, exhibited here by the Pearson and Williamson team. And in more recent years, even if you track all the way back to 1990, we saw Mickey Mouse take it out 2 years in a row. In much more recent times, we saw Valhalla here in 2013 with Jamie KERMOND, Timothy Clark and Cal Tango. 2015 was the McDermott family with Airtime. Lisa Cubitt 3 years ago with Amaretto. And 2 years ago, Fairview Aliquidam and CP Argento last year.
Well, this year we add a new name to the list, Chris Chugg and PWS Levilensky. The first time he's won it since 2000 when he won it with Diamond B Ego. Chris Chugg, of course, one of Australia's leading show jumping riders. We thank Susan Doyle for being down here. Well, we move down the lineup as well. We now welcome out congratulations to Kate HINSCHEN and Finch Farm CADEL. Our only other double clear round, and 0.6 of a second the difference only between first and second place. Third place, congratulations to Gabrielle KUNA and FLAIRE, taking out third place, the fastest of our four falters. Fourth place going to Tom McDermott and Elegance de la CHARMILLE, and fifth place going to HADLOW and VAHLINVADER. But the man of the moment, Chris Chugg, great win, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It's a great show and great lineup of horses here. They're, I would say, nearly each one is a warm blood horse, and either imported or frozen semen into Australia. So the breeding program in Australia is coming a long way. Of course, our course builder, Werner Deeg, he's doing a great job. He's German. We won't hold that against him. And I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Verbac, Fiberfresh, Prides, and congratulations to everyone in Gabby. And hello, Mum. She's out there somewhere.
Even at this age, he still says hello to his mum. Isn't that lovely? Well done, Chris Chugg. Great win. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now present the David Asmus Perpetual Trophy for the best performed Group A Section 1 horse. And congratulations to Tom McDermott and Elegance de la CHARMILLE, our best performed horse here at the show for 2019. And Lindsay Douglas, another very special trophy being presented here this afternoon.
It is indeed quite a beautiful trophy as well. I hope you get a chance to see it on the big screen there. A cold cast bronze figure of a show jumper and a horse. And quite a big trophy as well, really beautiful. Well, David Asmus was a competitor at Sydney Royal Easter Show for over 30 years, an accomplished rider and show jumper, one gentleman rider out here and rider on flat, won many show jumping competitions here. And his name appears on several of the perpetual trophies, including the Bob Chittick Memorial, the EA Cup, this very cup, and the Kevin Burke Memorial as well in the team's perpetual trophy. It's donated by Peter Asmus and Virginia Russell Asmus. First presented only 3 years ago. Back then it was picked up by the Roycroft Stables and Congo Z. Clem Smith the year after on Guru. Last year it was Clint Beresford and Emmaville Jitterbug, but this year Tom McDermott and Elegance de la CHARMILLE.
And Lindsay, we welcome down here Mr. Peter Asmus and, of course, Mrs. Virginia Russell making the presentation. We thank them both for coming down for presenting the David Asmus Memorial Perpetual Trophy for our leading Group A Section 1 horse. She's only a young mare. Tom has had a sensational show all week long. And now representing the RAS, we have our Chief Steward of Show Jumping, Mr. Brett Davey. And he is presenting the beautiful woolen Kersey rug that I know Tom will certainly wear with pride. Well, we get the all-important photo. And Elegance de la CHARMILLE, certainly no stranger to pricking her ears. Tom McDermott, congratulations. Well done, mate, on a super show with this mare.
Thanks, Tim. I'm very, very excited about this horse's future. She's been jumping great, and she's still only 8, so she has a lot more to come and a lot more to give. I'd just like to thank all my sponsors, Mum and Dad, and all the grooms behind the scenes to keep everything going when we're all running around stressed and everything. So, and well done to Chris. Yeah, I think she actually won. Maybe not this last year. She might have won the Part 2 last year overall. So, and then the year before that, I think she won the Part 3 overall. So she's done a clean sweep now.
Where do you go from here with her?
We just keep chipping away, I suppose. We've got Aquis in a couple of weeks in the gold, so we'll see how she goes.
Well, congratulations. Always modest, always super competitor. Congratulations to the David Asmus Memorial Perpetual Trophy winner for our leading Group A winner. Chris Chugg wins the EA Perpetual Cup. Has been run since 1951. He wins it for the second time. What a great afternoon of show jumping. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our winner and place getters here this afternoon. It has been world-class show jumping once again at the Sydney Royal Easter Show.